Hey, how's it going, Capital City Baptist Church? And anybody who happened to stumble across this video on their trek across the interwebs, if you don't know me, my name is Scott. I help out with the youth ministry at Capital City Baptist Church. Today's Devo is going to be a little bit shorter because I actually already covered this passage last year. We'll try to have that video linked in the description, but I thought we would just do a quick review and maybe some review questions on how we did with the application. So do me a favor, pause the video right now and read Philippians 4:10 through 20. Watch last year's Devo if you so choose, and then come on back and we'll chat. This has been a heck of a season, has it not? I mean, we have had so much things go wrong or just completely turned our world upside down, right? I remember the joke at the New Year where all throughout 2020, people had been saying, this is unprecedented or that is unprecedented, and then on New Year's Eve, everybody was saying, well, I hope you have your 2021 is very precedented, and so it turned out to be, just as unprecedented in some instances as 2020 has been, but it's been a heck of a year, and the struggle has been real, and it's really hard for us to feel content when life is uncertain, when the world throws lemons at you, and you just have to make lemonade, right? It's easy to be content when things are going well, but actually, the funny thing is I actually just read an article where people who are super rich and are super wealthy, they're still not content. They still, on average, wish they had 3 times their wealth, even like billionaires, which is obscene to me, right? But here, Paul is calling us to be content. Now, in the video that I posted last year, I talked about how I really can't stand the passage 4:13, where Paul says, I can do all this through him who gives me strength, because it's been completely taken out of context and cherry picked by people who either don't understand the Bible or they do and they just want to, lie and make a buck or something. And so, you'll find you'll find Philippians 4:13, stamped on anything that you can find at the Bible bookstore. You can find it at graduations. I said in the video, you can find it on some biceps, tattooed. But Paul's not saying that we can do all the things. Paul's not saying that whatever we name, we can claim. What Paul is saying is that he has found the secret to being content, whether he has abundance or whether he has lack. And this year, maybe you didn't have lack, but you definitely were uncertain about what the future is going to look like. At least more uncertain than normal, and so that could rob us of our contentedness. Maybe you did lose a job. Maybe you lost a loved one. You're like, man, how can I be content when my heart is just aching over the grief of a lost loved one, or I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills. How am I going to be content in that, Scott? Well, the thing is, we have something that the world doesn't have. We have Jesus Christ. We are more than conquerors through Christ because he has overcome the world. And no matter what struggles that we go through this side of eternity, our worst day in heaven is going to be 10 times better than our best day on earth. And so what I want to challenge you with this week is to think about areas in your life where you haven't been very content, and think about how Christ has brought you through past times of struggle, and think about ways that you can rely on Christ even when life is uncertain. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me and going through this devotion. I hope it's been a blessing for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. God bless.